Oh, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another Saturday Somm-things with Mott's. Hello, I'm awake. Drinking wine at 9 with my really good friend Larry Galceron from Breakthrough Beverage. And before I go on, I want to give a shout out to our general manager, good friend David Bentley, who's been with me on these videos, his pretty girlfriend Rachel, who's been on these videos with me. She works for Larry's company because they are visiting our good friend who used to be our former camera operator, Al Robinson, on the Jersey Shore. So they're having fun in the sun, and I'm so jealous, but not to worry because we have these amazing wines from northern Italy. So Larry, welcome back to the table, and let's go.
All right, well, definitely wanted to show a nice little lineup from northern Italy. We got 4 great wines, 2 reds, 2 whites. First one up, Pirpan Suave.
I smell Garganega.
You got it. And a little Trebbiano di Suave to round it up. And
that's so good.
Pirpan, they have been making wines for a while in Suave, and their family has pretty much been the benchmark for Suave. They were the first to start bottling single vineyard Suaves with the La Rocca and the Calvarinho, and the vineyards are literally next to each other on a hillside, but the soil composition is completely different from one to the other. The La Rocca, which we're not tasting, but just to kind of give a little example, they were the first ones to do a barrel-aged Suave, and at the time, this is a 71, people were like, what are you doing aging a Suave in oak? And granted, it's used oak, but it still just added a whole bunch of textures and aromas that to this day is still just drinking amazing.
And this is beautiful because it's not cloying, it's not syrupy, there's no malolactic on this, you can tell because it's clean. It's very tropical. I'm getting lychee and mango, some kiwi, and it's crisp.
Yeah,
love it.
Lots of minerality, volcanic soils, so that usually will bring you some nice mineral characteristics, some great acid. And even though it's got a lot of acid, it doesn't taste like it because the wine is rich in texture.
It doesn't taste like a salt lick.
No, not at all.
Which I really like. So what would you pair with this, Larry?
Honestly, I mean, you could pair shellfish with this. You could do some, you could do your whitefish, maybe some like a chicken salad.
Okay. Something heavier.
Lighter.
Heavier, lighter. I was thinking of swordfish, something I could hold up to this.
I was going to go with lighter colored meats.
Oh, okay.
That's what I
Pork, sure, flank steak. Yeah. Okay, wine number 2.
Wine number 2.
Italy's favorite.
Yerman Pinot Grigio. And Yerman family has been making wines in northern Italy. So now, so the Pirpan is pretty much central North Italy. Now we're going east into the Veneto region. And
up near Venice.
Yep. Just north about an hour and a half-ish.
Yeah. This has really calmed down because when we first opened it, it was incredibly tart and acidic and just pounding the table. But now it tastes like a Pinot Grigio because I still don't get any malolactic on this.
No malolactic on this. All about the fruit. And I forgot to mention the first wine, but the second wine, the Yerman Pinot Grigio, both of these were aged in those concrete eggs. No malolactic. They want that acid to come through.
Sure.
And
it just really showcases and represents the wine because you can almost taste, excuse the cliche, you can almost taste the countryside, the sunshine, the Mediterranean, the Adriatic. All of those components really add up to a beautiful glass of wine.
Yeah, it's showing a lot of great texture. It's a more powerful Pinot Grigio than your typical Pinot Grigios coming out of Italy.
Every
you're
day.
Getting hillside fruit, so it's a little bit more complex grapes.
So good. And today is Saturday the 20th of July, and I will be tasting these today at the wine desk from 3 until 4. And as always, it's free. Just bring your ID because it's worth the trip. It
Yeah.
really is. Now, being hot July, let's go on to some reds.
All right. On to Renato Ratti, Barbera di Asti. So in Italy, when you see something that's D and then a name, that's of. So this is Barbera of
De
Asti.
Asti, de
So
Alba.
some people may not know that, but that's basically what it's saying. It's from Asti. 100% Barbera. And this wine coming out of Piedmont. So now we're going all the way to the far west,
Okay.
just south of the Alps.
Yep.
And just neighboring France in the Piedmont region, which is a higher elevation vineyard. So you're getting a lot of diurnal range from the vineyards for these grapes, which gives you a longer growing season.
Right.
It retains the acid and still gives you the fruit.
It's big, it's full-bodied, it's
Yeah.
lush. It could use a slight chill on it because it
Mhm.
is summer, and it wouldn't hurt the wine at all. It would become more palatable and just a gorgeous expression. And this is your steak wine.
Yeah.
Bistecca Fiorentina. You could do pork chops
Mhm.
or something that a big pasta ragu.
Bolognese.
Sure,
maybe.
sure. I know it's a little hot, but you'll be inside. You'll be air conditioned with this beautiful bottle of wine because it's dark cherry,
Yeah.
blackberry, cassis, black pepper. It has all of that
It's
dark
got a little
fruit.
bit of some floral notes on there on the nose. And,
Wild violets.
Mm-hmm. And this one had 6 months used oak, so just a little
Okay.
bit to kind of round it out.
Yeah, a little French oak,
Mhm.
perhaps,
Yeah.
because you can taste the creaminess, and that's what French oak does to wine. It lends an element of creaminess
Yes.
to the wine, making it just so tasty. And that brings us to the last northern
Last
Italian.
So now
Red
we're going
wine.
back to central north Italy.
Okay. Yep.
So Lagrola is a single vineyard from Allegrini. Allegrini vineyards, they've been making wine for 6 generations. They started in the 1500s. So they've kind of made a name for themselves. They're kind of the standard for Valpolicella
Sure.
region.
Mhm.
And the Lagrola, this vineyard, it's chalky soil, pretty high elevation. The name of the vineyard is Sant'Ambrogio.
Okay.
I
I like it because it is big. It's rustic.
Yeah,
It's
it's a definitely
it's
your
Corvina.
Corvina and Osoleta.
Yes.
You can just kind of
taste
round
that.
it out a
Sure,
little bit.
sure. Because it's dark. It's your dark plums and your prunes and your blackberries and mulberries. And
It's all your black fruits,
yeah.
definitely.
It's a big wine, but it's still smooth and
But
very.
you get a little bit of some baking spice, just like a
Mhm.
hint of that. And that's coming from the oak, because
Yeah.
this thing saw 16 months in oak,
Okay.
French barriques. And then it had an additional 10 months of bottle aging just to kind of mellow and
Yeah.
kind of chill out until released.
I even get some bacon fat, some bacon extract, which is a little bit of salty, a little bit of smoky, but it reminds me of how some Italian wines, some Italian red wines should be. They shouldn't be so puckering and taking moisture out of your whole body. They should be elegant. They should be refined. And that's what you brought
This
to
is
the
a nice
table.
balanced wine.
It really is.
It gives you the acid, it gives you the fruit, it gives you the tannins, but altogether it's just
Right.
it's not nothing's overbearing of the others.
It's just nicely balanced. And the whole lineup that Larry brought today really represents that. So I thank you. It's the middle of summer and we're having fun. We're drinking wine at 9 and we are hoping to see everybody down at the Argonaut. We're changing a few things up within the next couple of weeks. We're resetting part of the store, but this is all for optimum shopping. And Larry, thank you for these optimum wines because
Yeah.
every time you come to the table, you deliver.
I try.
So cheers, and everybody, happy summer, and we hope to see you soon.